If you didn't, I'm Josh from the Padcaster, streaming live from Cine 2014. This is Brent from Fiilex. We both have head colds. That's pretty much where we were. How you doing?
Trying not to sneeze.
Okay, don't look up at the sun and we'll be just fine. So tell me about this incredible product. I'm already sort of drooling.
All right. So what we've designed is a dense matrix LED technology, which we've basically taken, instead of a big panel of LEDs, we squished them down into a dime-size form, and then we made it so you can change the color temperature.
So the actual light in here is the size of a dime?
It is. It's a teeny little point light source right there, and then we mix it, and then it's producing, and then we're able to tune the temperature from 3,000 to 5,600 Kelvin, and it's all beautiful color quality, exactly what filmmakers need and want for very portable live situations like this.
I need one of these right now. What would I do? What am I going to do when my light doesn't skew green? I don't know. It won't be.
Your life would be too easy, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
This is going to solve a lot of problems. So tell me more about this thing. It's got intensity, so it's dimmable and color temperature switchable.
It's flicker-free, dimmable, and then you have the smooth dial turning for 3,000 to 5,600. We make multiple sizes, but this is our P360. So we've got the P360. All of the accessories that fit on the P360 fit on the P200, fit on the P180, fit on the... So we've got dome diffusers.
Hey, wow. You're not really... Is that legal?
Is that a dome diffuser in your pocket? And then we've got Fresnels, so some little mini Fresnels. And then we've got some larger accessories as well. So we've got a large 5-inch glass Fresnel that we mount on the front of it. It spots the light to about a 15-degree angle and intensifies about 8x. Okay. So being that point light source, you can really use that and use the Fresnel to create a big theatrical, quality light source. Is there
a version of this light where the lens is, variable and you can dial it in?
Yeah. So the PDQ adapter allows for some spot to flood on that.
PDQ standing for?
P-series light to our Q-series light, which I didn't bring over because it's a little big.
Okay.
It's not too big, but a little big.
I thought it was PDQ as in pretty darn quick.
No, P2Q. So this is our P-series, and then our next series up, our first version light in the Q-series is the Q500.
Okay.
Meaning we'll have more lights coming in the Q500 or in the Q-series lights. So just a little teaser for the world.
I got you. Is this something that's new to the show today, or is this like your mainstay?
This is our main light that everybody loves. It's we did announce the EX version of this, which is 20% brighter, water resistant, and DMX ready. So there's the P360 and the P360 EX, and we sell them in kits. And again, just another. We'll keep innovating and pushing the product further and further. But this light is so portable and small that people are just freaking out over it.
It's incredibly hot. No, it's actually not hot at all. So the technology in here just doesn't run hot. I see it. There's a fan on it.
This is the hottest it'll get, right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's running off on a battery pack here. So how long will it run off of this?
Well, this is like a 270 watt-hour pack. So it'll run for like 3 or 4 hours. Yeah.
All right.
90 watt-hour, what we're used to, the 90 watt-hour batteries, it'll be about an hour.
Okay. And obviously you can still plug it into the wall if you need to.
Yep.
That was just for demo today. So let me ask you, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
How did you get into the lighting business?
How did I or how did Fiilex?
Well, you said you are Fiilex.
Okay. All right. So Fiilex spent about 10 years. Our parent company spent about 10 years developing the core LED technology. And so in other markets, we make highly fine-tuned spectrums for that specific market. So in growing plants, we make LED lights specifically for growing plants, either tall or fat or both. And then in aquariums, aquaponics and stuff like that, we'll do where we grow coral reefs in a very efficient way. And then all those things encompassing making very specific spectrums, now we get to lighting for motion picture TV, right? People don't realize that LEDs need to be a very specific spectrum so that the sensor sees it in an accurate way that we see it. So we fine-tune that spectrum and make it exactly how we want it because we're making our own LED source.
Right. So is this an expensive light, or is this a reasonably priced? We're not going to say this.
Well, for you, it's expensive, but for everyone else,
He knows I'm broke. I have nothing.
this light goes for $695. It's really not bad.
It's really not that bad.
No.
You just know I'm cheapskate. So.
No, it's not bad at all. And our 3 light kits, we sell them in a range of like $2,000 to $3,000, and then so we've got this like the middle ground. We've got some lights that are a little less expensive and lights that are more expensive. So our big Q500, our 750 watt tungsten equivalent, that one goes for $24.95.
These are absolutely terrific. And you're based out of the Bay Area?
Yeah, our company started out of Berkeley, and then we're right on the Bay Area, right on the East Bay there.
Are you from there originally?
No, I live down here in sunny Southern California.
So what, you live or lived?
I live down here. But our office is up there. All of our manufacturing and design happens up there. And then we have more manufacturing over in Taiwan as well.
Okay.
So we're not just a small LED company. We're a tech company. We engineer all these things. We engineer everything from the LED to the heat sink to the outside, and just encompass into one really great package.
Oh, it sounds terrific. So let me think. What other questions? Do you have any questions for me?
What's your preference for? No.
All I know is I did see, and maybe they can't. I don't know if they can be any good. They're on Kickstarter. There is a fabric LED. Have you seen this thing?
Yeah, the rag thing, right?
Yeah, the rag light or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. I love people pushing the limits of LED. I think LEDs, created a creative tool for everyone. From the small filmmaker to the big filmmaker. People are thinking about how they can light and use the practicals in the scene to actually create the light for the film rather than faking it some other way, And I think that's great. I think what we are trying to do, and I think a lot of these, these Kickstarter campaigns are trying to do, is create a new tool for image makers. And because we're passionate about it too, and because of that, people don't realize everything's changing right now. Cameras are changing so fast. They're allowing all sorts of new capabilities.
That new Sony, with the A7S or A7S, the one that's like, it sees in the dark.
Yeah, come on. I'm a big fan of all the new cameras. Even I like the Panasonic GH4. Like, people are like freaking out over that thing, and I just saw some footage of the 96 frames per second, right? I'm like, oh wow, that is incredible stuff. And and we can go back to your iPad. People are making movies and live broadcasts at
This
Cine.
is where the whole thing was going, by the way. Thank you so much for reincorporating us back in. But I want to have a quiz question for you. What's the first thing I did after my very first film school teacher told me not to close the doors on the Lowell Total light right after I turned it off? What did I do?
You burned your hands.
No, I closed it. It didn't burn my hands because I had gloves on, but I still closed it.
And smoked everything, right?
Smoked everything. But that's, I think, part of what excites me about this technology is that it's not incredibly hot. It doesn't blow. Remember we used to run lines all over locations so that we wouldn't, hog circuits and bust. It makes life so much easier in so many ways. But we skewed green. But it was,
Yeah. Do you think we would be talking about lighting an entire film with batteries? I wouldn't have ever imagined that. And now we've got, we had someone that shot a film all the way across the country in a car. Was the entire idea of the film was shooting it in a car, and they did it all with batteries and, with lighting and everything, It's incredible. I love it.
Yeah. No, I think we're enabling, so many different ways of being creative, and it's not the expensive rental. It's not the incredibly hot light. It's just a lot of other options. You guys are just walk right on through. You're in our shot. That's okay.
It's live.
It's live. We can't stop it anyway. What would we do about it? So, are you having a good show?
We're having a great show. You know what? I love Cine because of the environment of the people coming in. Everyone's just so excited to be here, they're not here because of their job. They're here because it's their passion, and that's why I love this show.
Yeah, it's a great lot too. Like this, sort of like the whole vibe is like.
Yeah, the New York lot is fun, but it's a lot cooler in the stages. So anyone who's listening right now and is coming tomorrow, come into the stages because there's AC when it's going to be really hot tomorrow.
Well, I thought it was going to be 75 like today. It's going to be hotter?
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't check the weather because I'm in the stage. So
Well, we'll come in the stage to see you. Where can people find you online?
online it's Fiilex.com, Fiilex.com.
And still pronounced like Felix the cat.
It is.
The very first image ever broadcast on a television, I believe, yes?
Yeah, I believe so.
You're like, I'm totally taking my word for it. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today. I think I'm going to throw it to commercial because I don't see Michael anywhere over there. It seems like maybe we'll just go. But thank you so much for talking to me today.
Yeah.
And have a great show.
Thanks, guys.
Stay tuned for our next guest after this message.